What's happening, guys? Cap over here, and welcome to our first week in the NPCC, our debut. I'm so excited, so excited. I sound so tired, and that's just because I am tired. There's no going around it. All the Johns in the world, I'm super tired. So this commentary is gonna be a bit on the mild side. Of course, we're gonna start this off with some nice ads. We gotta do some housework, you know, get some checks, cash in that money, you know. We're not doing this for free. We're not doing this for free. So first of all, shout outs to Bill Standish over there, nice and standish, I guess, looking fine. You're a hero, Bill. Be like Bill. And of course, we're gonna advertise with our favorite food of all time, pupusas. Nice and pupusas, those sweet, delicious delicacies. Pupusa, nice. Get one. I recommend it. Go to your nearest Mexican, El Salvadoran restaurant. Get some horchatas. Ugh. Sounds like the dream. Sounds like the dream. Anywho, so we're gonna be going against Tesla Mouse. I know, back to business. No more Bill Standish and no more pupusas. So of course, I'm just joking, Loco. I'm just joking. There's always time for both of those stuff. Of course, Bills and pupusas. And shout outs to Loco once again. He helped me out building this team, and such great support. We both knew this matchup was incredibly sucky because this team has 3 or 4 sets that he can bring in, and they do work on my team. So it really, I gotta play a good game, and he's gotta play a good game, and it's gonna be a great time. He's the coach of the Houston Raichus. If you want to check out his side of the battle, look in the description down below. I'll link his channel. Subscribe, like all his content. Be an awesome guy. Let's send some caps over there. Some caps. We'll send some alright caps. Alright. Anywho, he's got a team consisting of like Landers T, Celebi, Jolteon, Manton, Bronzong, Suicune, Amoonguss, Marowak, Conkeldurr, and Aromatisse. He's got a really frightening team, and this team is really good for countering my team. It was one of those situations where if I brought this thing checks it. If I brought this thing and potentially set up with it, then this one completely walls it. So it was odd. It was really weird, and it was interesting building with Loco because Loco really provided some great insight in terms of what sort of situations we were looking at and what I had to do to make it work out for me. And then after that, it was just like, you know, you gotta play well. You gotta play good, Cap. You gotta play good and do it for the pupusas. Of course, I'm gonna talk a bit about the team that I have with me. So I've got your standard utility Pelipper. For some reason, I've been calling it Pepper for some time. We got Choice Specs, Rotom, because I just really wanted to do some damage. Thunderbolt Switch, Hidden Power Ice, and Shadow Ball. Oh, hits his team so well. The reason I didn't bring Overheat was because I brought in Rain. And Overheat doesn't do a lot of damage in rain, so Bob's your uncle, right? We've got Leshark over here, the Garchomp. Leshark, the Garchomp, nice. Yacha Berry, Sword Stance, Earthquake, Outrage, and Crunch. Crunch just for the Bronzong. Bronzong is a big pain on my side. It destroys a lot of things on my team, and it's something that, you know, it's one of those weird, big behemoth things that I do not want to go against. I know it's like, you know, Bronzong, what is it gonna do? Well, it does some fine work against my team, and it's a tricky one to build against. Then we've got your standard Ludicolo over here, dancing away my Soros. And if it's raining, I'm sure it's not Pelipper's drizzle. It is my tears, because this Ludicolo, let me tell you, it's just standard. It's good at what it does, and I'm happy that it's here. We got Ninetales over here, and this was a sort of a check to Mantine and Suicune. Those two things just hurt my team a lot. And yeah, then we've gotten Helga over here. This thing can actually have a very fun time against this team because it does have a decent amount of things covered. The only thing I have to get rid of is Conkeldurr if I have Hidden Power Ice. I do have Hidden Power Ice, which means, you know, Lando, I have Thunderbolt for Suicune, I have, let's just say Hidden Power Ice or Sludge Wave for the, what's his face? Amoonguss. I can't get over the face, it's just like, ugh. We have Bronzong. Bronzong is just a pain in my butt once more. So Bronzong and Conch Elder need to go away. That would be fantastic. And then we got Jolteon over here. If it doesn't have hidden power ground, then I'm in safe grounds over there. See what I did there? We're just gonna get this challenge over there. And once again, Bill and Papusas. Get some. We're gonna be going against Tesla Mouse over here, issuing us a challenge. Nice shades, man. I really dig it. Matches the shorts. Coordination, yo. And Jolteon and him match. So I was like, you know what? Let's send out Scarf God over here. Scarf God's a good mon to lead off with, but nope, not this matchup. No way is he gonna. So my thought process over here was like, yeah, he's not gonna click hidden power. He's not real turn 1 prediction. I'm just gonna go to left shark, make the middle ground play, then click Earthquake and get rid of this thing. But what do you know? This man's a man, and he goes for hidden power ice, cause I ate my berry, and it's gone. So I'm just like, well, bad turn 1. Let's try to erase that. That really puts me on my back foot, puts me on my heel. Sort of tripped while I walked up the stairs. That's just horrible. So I have to go into Apple over here. He goes for hidden power. And I was fully convinced this thing was Choice Specs. Fully convinced, because that did a lot of damage. And yeah, I was just 100%. You could ask me at the start of the match. I'm like, yeah, Choice Specs, totally. Choice Specs. So with that thought process, I'm just going for Volt Switch. And I'm like, alright, get some nice damage on that. That is clean. That's almost 50% right there. That's frightening. Conch Elder. Almost gone right there. I can go into my Pelipper. And no way is he going to stay in against Pelipper. That's still under range, so I can just go for a U-turn over here, keep my momentum up, and potentially just put a lot of pressure on Bronzong. So, I know probably my play over here was just to go into Rotom, but I go into Left Shark because I just want to go for Crunch. I also want to see if this thing had Gyro Ball or something, so I could probably get in range to a point where I could do a lot of damage. So it's good. It's good at this point. So I also noticed that he didn't have a Roam Tea, so I could go for Outrage 100%, go for Swords Dance. There's a lot of potential I could do over here. So I go for Crunch, and he has Gyro Ball, which does a lot of damage. That does a lot of damage. That is a horrendous amount of damage. So now I'm left with a Left Shark that's not looking so high and mighty over here. So I'm just like, you know what, you did good, Garchomp. You put this thing at range where I could go in. Let's go into the proper check. Let's go into Scarf God. Scarf God. Drizzle. I want to bring out my Rain once more because Ludicolo can come in. I could potentially U-turn. I could do a whole bunch of things. He reveals that he has Protect. And just make an aggressive play once more over there. Just really want to play aggressive. And I go for Skull, hoping that maybe I could get a burn or something. Under the Rain, it does a lot of damage. And he ends up going for Toxic over here, which is fine by me because he reveals Toxic, Gyro Ball, and Protect. And perhaps his last move is Earthquake, just for the potential Metagross or something like that. So that's sort of the mind that I was in, the mindset that I was in. And yeah, he's just gonna go for another Protect over here, as predictable as it was. I went for the U-turn because I was just like, you know what, momentum is great when it's on your side. And I can just go for a U-turn at this point once more. So I was sort of predicting him, like, you know what, he's probably gonna stay in predicting my U-turn, and he's gonna switch into something. But he ends up withdrawing into his Mushroom Man, and I'm like, oh boy, Mushroom Man is here. That is frightening. And I'm just gonna go for Skull because I was hoping that I could catch the Bronzong on the flip side. Go for it. At this point, I haven't revealed Hurricane. I don't believe I have. So I don't know what I really want to do at this point, but I was predicting him to just go for the Spore. Just because Spore seems like a good play, and I don't have anything that absorbs Spore in terms of, you know, that can really take down this thing. So I'm just like, alright, this is a good opportunity to roost up. Down the road, it doesn't really matter because he ends up going for Spore, which is interesting because my Hurricane could have done some decent damage. I think it was almost in range where I could take it down. So yeah, that happened. And now all I have to do is just U-turn. I'm just gonna go into Ludicolo. I was predicting another Spore because, you know, that's what Amoonguss likes to do. It likes to Spore. And I do admit, this was sort of a weird play over here. I go into Ludicolo, fully expecting that he has Sludge Bomb when I could have sacked off something like Garchomp or something like that. But I make the play over here, and I'm just like, you know what, let's go into Pelipper. Pelipper seems like a good play. And I didn't think that Poison Bomb would do a lot. Like, Pelipper's bulky, Pelipper can eat up a hit. Scarf God, you know, Pelipper can do that. Pelipper can potentially do that for me. And he ends up doing a lot of damage. That was a lot. That's a lot. And this is where I potentially can lose my check to Lando. And that's not good, because that's bad. That's really, really bad. So at this point, I'm like, you know what? If he hits me and takes me down, that's fine. I'm gonna hit it with Hurricane. I could potentially take it down. Miss out on the KO, which is rather unfortunate, but you know, that happens. That's life, and it continues. Mushroom Man is still pretty annoying. So at this point, I'm like, oh snap! Now I can bring out Louis Colo, and I can go for Hydro Pump, Ice Beam, Giga Drain, or something like that. So Mirror Beat can come in and dance like no manana and really show him who's boss. So he sends out Spell Canceller. There we go, Spell Canceller. I don't know why I'm saying it like that. I end up going for Hydro Pump because I'm like, you know what, he's not staying in. Hydro Pump takes down Amoonguss either way. If he goes into Suicune, then so be it. And he goes into Bronzong and we take it down. That's so satisfying. Bronzong, the biggest pain in our butt. And now we can take out Conch Elder. I did the calculations and there's a chance I can take it out. So I'm like, you know what, if I can, I'm willing to take those chances. And what do you know? We do end up taking it out. So Nihilego can go to town on this team right now. It is at pretty much a good chance to take it down until, you know, I gotta weaken down this Suicune too. That's another thing I gotta do. So I'm like, alright, that's fine. Doesn't, you know, he baited me to go for the Giga Drain. I bit it like some silly goose, some silly fish, I guess. And I'm like, I was like, oh, no way is he gonna switch out. I'm just gonna click Giga Drain because, you know, I know it's super predictable, but, you know, I want to do it. I'm gonna click it. I'm gonna click Giga Drain because, you know, it's so tempting. I had to click it, and Suicune could call mine, but he plays this incredibly well, making the doubles. I know it could have been like either he plays it well or just dumb and slow. But you know, it takes two to tango, and he plays it well. He played it well. Yeah. So I just, you know, cup half full, cup half empty. Just some weird plays on this end. So I'm just going to like Caputin over here. If he goes for Scald, that's fine. If he switches out into Amoonguss, then I could potentially take it down. And I bring out my second, I guess, another form of weather. This team only has like two ways of weather. It's weird. It's really weird. So I know that Freeze Dry will take it down, and I was like, nah, he's not gonna stay in. He has Suicune, and Blizzard takes down Amoonguss. Amoonguss takes down a lot of things on my team, so I'm like, let's go for Freeze Dry. Depending on his investments, I have a chance to KO. If I don't KO, then that sort of sucks, but yeah, let's go for it. And I don't get the KO. Ninetales is not strong enough, and I'm like, no. And Ninetales ends up getting poisoned. 30%, right? Those 30% chances might as well be 100. You know what happens with Scald, it happens with Sludge Bomb. I'm pretty sure Sludge Bomb's 30. It might be 20. One of those two. It might as well be 100%. So at this point, my middle ground play is just to go for the Freeze Dry. If he switches into Lando, it goes down. If he switches into Jolteon, it still doesn't take the hit well. And we end up taking an Amoonguss down, which is fantastic because that Amoonguss was a pain in my butt. And no more Spore action, plus no more Poison action, so that's one less thing to worry about. And I'm looking pretty hot at this moment, so I'm like, alright, this is cool, this is awesome, we're making it happen. Oh, excuse me there, I just had to yawn for a bit. And at this point I'm like, I need like Caputina for later on down the road. Depending on his Landorus, it could potentially do some work. And I just go into Garchomp because I don't want him to gain momentum. If he had gone for Shadow Ball and I lost Garchomp there, that's fine. If he had gone for Volt Switch and stays in, that is fantastic because that allows me to go into Rotom, and I can just go for a Shadow Ball. As you know, he goes for his own Shadow Ball. I lose Left Shark. I'm like, I played Left Shark horribly. Rest in peace, Left Shark. Rest in peace. You live in our hearts forever, and Katy Perry's heart too. So my play for this moment is, you know, I wasn't gonna click Thunder because his last two Pokemon are Suicune and Landorus and that thing. So no way am I clicking Volt Switch or anything like that. I don't have the balls for that. I don't have the balls. Plus Shadow Ball does a lot of damage. So I could have stayed in and just gone for a Shadow Ball and, you know, sort of done that, but you know, I sort of thought that wasn't the best of all plays to do. And if I just go into Mirror B, it's honestly the better play for me to do. So I can just go right into, I think I go for a Hydroponic or, no, I just go for a Giga Drain. Giga Drain was my good play to just go for because it does a lot of damage on everything, plus I recover whatever damage he does. I get a big hit on this. That does a lot of damage. That is fantastic damage. And I know I take a Thunderbolt or Volt Switch, knowing that it's not Choice Spect anymore. What a silly thing to think about, right? So we easily eat that up, and whatever comes in is going to be taking this Giga Drain, so we know that Mirror B is going to be getting another KO over here, and I'm like, yes. Time to dance with the devil, man. Time to dance with the devil himself. I'm Ludicolo, calm down. Shaking it like no mañana. And we get all our HP back. Like, that Volt Switch did pretty much nothing. It pretty much did like 2%. 2%? 5%? I can't do math, it's too late. I'm tired. He ends up going to Landorus, and I'm like, you know what? This is the moment where I figure out when what sort of Lando it is. If it's, yeah, this tells me what it is. It's his Z mover, and I'm like, oh boy, am I about to get smacked like a little, yeah. Houdini's laughing, he's like, you about to go down, and Ludicolo not gonna be dancing about this. Look at this rock. Showstopper right there, boom. That's not nice, So for a moment here, I thought I would have lived, but nope. Not gonna live at all. So I'm just gonna send out Lacapitina, and this is where I sort of make a dumb play. I thought I outsped Lando. I thought I did, and this is where a lot of controversy can, you know, create a tidal wave. He misses his Stone Edge, which in the long run, I don't know his investments, and it sucks when you miss a Stone Edge because it really takes a lot out of the game for what it is. And I felt like this game was one of these games where, you know, it went back and forth, and the momentum sort of shifted on different times of the battle. And having the Stone Edge miss was just like, oh man, really? And this is where it creates conversation, where it becomes like, he could have done that, he could have done this, I could have had this, I would have had that, but I had this. And it's not fun when you have to Theoremon like that, because a match being decided by a miss is what it becomes. So at this point, I save differential because, you know, if I can get a chance to save differential, then that's what I should do, because, you know, Rotom doesn't go down to Jolteon at this point. And we end up picking our very first victory with a 3-0 victory over Tesla Mouse. GG to Tesla Mouse. GG, tip your hat. And of course, some controversy, of course with the Stone Edge miss, and lots of Theoremon can be placed at that point. But like I said before, it sucks when a game, when things like that happen, and, you know, Theoremon begins, and you think of different ways, like, if I done this, I would have done that, and yeah, that's the part where Pokemon sort of just annoys me a bit, when people Theoremon a bit, because I don't know, it is what it is, and that's Pokemon for you. Things like that happen, and I know it's happened to me a couple times, and it sucks, and I get salty over it too. So I fully understand, like, if it happens, it happens. It is what it is, which is such a bad saying. But yeah, like I said, we end up picking our first victory, and yeah, I'm pretty happy about that because I thought my team was trash, and getting a victory like that it's always good, especially when you have a matchup that doesn't really go along your lines for, you know, it's not that great. But anywho, I hope you guys stuck around with me for long enough, and thank you once again for joining me today. I really do appreciate it if you guys have stuck around for this long. I would really appreciate if you know, gently tapped on that thumbs up button. That would mean a lot to me. And I'm gonna get going because I am tired. My voice is just dead, and I gotta do stuff tomorrow. So I hope you guys enjoy this. I hope you guys are supporting your local Toronto SwaBlu Jays, and I'm gonna get going. So yeah, good night, or good morning, or good evening, one of the three.